Welcome back to Sylvan Librarians. Me and Kyle today. I'm Ryan. That is Kyle. We're going to be talking about our favorite Lord of the Rings preview cards, I guess. I mean, not like what we think is the best. At least that's not what I picked. I picked my favorite
Yeah,
ones.
I didn't pick the best ones either.
And,
There were objectively more powerful cards that I didn't pick. So
well, I mean, I think I wanted to do it more like this just because we're both Lord of the Rings fans. So I wanted to, see the flavor and stuff that was in there. And there's a lot. It was really hard to narrow it down to three each.
it was like not only are there a lot of good cards in this set, because there are like quite a few really good cards in this set, but there's a ton of good flavor. Just for Lord of the Rings, for example, wanted to have one of the ones that I didn't pick, but I'm gonna have as an honorable mention is the mono green version for Pippin for Peregrine Took. It doubles up all your food tokens, and you can sacrifice 3 foods to draw a card. And I put that on my list because it's not actually that good, but I just love the flavor that he can just like throw down. Well, I think it's kind of funny that it's a super overcosted way to draw a card. Like 3 foods is way too many foods to draw a card, but I think it's hilarious because it's Pippin. He's gonna throw down 3 foods and draw a card because he can eat a lot. I like the flavor, and it's not the most like powerful, but I'd much rather have more flavor than more power. There's plenty of power.
Well, and I like the flavor because all the hobbits, or a lot of the hobbits, have a lot of things to do with food. Just
Yeah,
second breakfast.
which I feel like it's kind of been like a semi-neglected token, honestly. Like there hasn't really been a lot of exploration with food since like Eldraine.
No, and that's what I like about this set too. Is just I guess I'm gonna have an honorable mention here. Is gonna be Samwise Samwise Gamgee, the Selesnya version of him. It's whenever another non-token creature enters a battlefield under your control, you create a food token, and then you can sack 3 foods to return a historic card from your graveyard to your hand.
Pretty good.
I actually might build the Samwise Gamgee deck with this.
Dope.
Just I really like it.
I do really like the 1/1 ring though. That's
It's up to 2 million right now.
that's so crazy.
That is the current bid. Hold on, I'm gonna grab something real fast.
Keep grabbing.
So I just thought of this. I think I might do this. I might buy a box.
Uh-huh.
And open the box while watching all the extended editions that I have. And I don't know. We'll see, or at least watch one of them.
Yeah, because like I really like the 1/1 ring. I feel like it is a genuine. How would I say that? I don't really. It doesn't feel like Wizards or Hasbro is just trying to get people to buy the set, because I think that everyone has a reasonable expectation that they're not gonna pull the 1 ring.
I'll buy like 1 collector booster, and you know,
like,
maybe I'll Willy Wonka it, and
exactly. No, it genuinely feels like a Willy Wonka's golden ticket kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like I don't think, at least it doesn't feel to me like Hasbro is really trying to get people to buy tons of collector boosters trying to get the 1 ring, because I think that everyone understands that, like, yeah, you're not gonna pull it. It's not gonna be you. It's gonna be someone, but like probably not you.
No.
But at the same time, like, it could be you. It's just like I say.
Well,
I don't know. I like what they're doing, and it doesn't feel cash grabby, even though they are gonna make money off of it.
I want someone to do statistics for me, if anyone knows this. If it would be easier to win the Powerball than to pull the 1 of 1.
Ooh. Yeah, you'd have to know the print run.
That's what I'm saying. If you can get the print run numbers or anything, like, I feel like it would be harder to pull the 1 of 1.
The only thing that's going to make me mad, and I hope they don't do this, because I will lose more respect for them if they do this, but I really hope that some content creator doesn't just one day go, oh, guys, this is crazy. I pulled the 1 ring because Wizards sent it to them. Like,
Yeah, a lot of
or
people.
or Wizards seeded the pack. I don't think they'll do that.
I hope not. A lot of people
But
I've seen on Reddit, they're talking about, oh, we all know it's not going to be getting printed because there's going to be some guy on the line who swipes it, kind of deal.
right.
And I'm like, I hope they're watching this set closely enough. Like the printing, like if something like they suspect anything that someone's just gone. Like if they,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, for real, because they're like, if it's gonna be something legit and something cool, then like we just gotta have honesty about it.
Here's the real question. Okay, are you on team if you pull the ring, you keep it, or are you on team throw it into the fire?
Okay, I love the idea of throwing it into an active volcano. I think that's hilarious. However, I'm pretty sure that all of that enthusiasm is going to evaporate the literal moment that someone actually pulls it.
No, for real. Like I think so. The current like
I love the meme, but no one's going to do that.
The current high bid is 2 million from something I saw. Okay.
Yeah.
Someone said they will like personally fly you out to a volcano, give you $10,000, and you get to throw it in the volcano. That is like the coolest one I saw for that side.
Like no one's gonna do it, but it's funny. I appreciate that's quite amusing, but like nobody holding a $2 million card is ever going to throw it in a volcano. No one's that dedicated to the meme.
Well, and I feel too like if someone did do it, they pulled the ring and they throw it into an active volcano. I feel like honestly, Wizards would come out and say that wasn't the ring. Like it hasn't. The real one hasn't.
That wasn't real.
Like they'll throw another one into circulation type deal, like or something. Well, I don't know.
I feel like Wizards wants the One Ring to be like, you know, part of the kind of like corpus of physical magic lore. You know, like the Power 9.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yeah, there's just one ring floating around, and like the people who have been playing for a long time will like know who currently ends. Like, yeah, it's probably going to be Post Malone, but that's my guess.
We'll see.
There can't be that many There can't be that many Magic players with $2 million.
No.
So.
But we can get back into our cards here. We've gone on for that.
We have gone on.
So my first card, I brought up Samwise, the Selesnya one, because of this card, Eleanor Gardner. 3 and a green for a legendary creature, Halfling Scout. When Eleanor Gardner ETBs, you create a food token. And then at the beginning of your end step, if you've sacrificed a food this turn, not even a token, because there is a card in the set that I saw that is a food, but it's not a token.
Yeah, it's like the Elven bread.
It's the Elven bread, yeah.
Yeah.
If you've sacrificed a food this turn, you search for a basic land and put it on the battlefield tapped. And from what I've seen, the reason I would put this in the 99 of that Samwise deck because a lot of the food cards are green and white in this set.
Yeah. I think a lot of the food cards are green and white, period, apart from like the ridiculous Rakdos one with the long name.
Asmarana Medicina Goldakar, I don't know. I probably wasn't even close.
Asthma something 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 Goldakar.
Yeah.
Like
David would know how to say it.
That's the only thing outside of the only major one outside of green and white that I think makes foods,
but this one I just like green is getting better, and like it's always been, I think green is the best color in the game, and
it's definitely up there.
We'll talk about this because we've had this discussion before, but I personally think green is the best color, and this is coming from a blue player. But this is just another card where you can throw it into this new archetype of food and still be really good. Like, not jank.
Yeah. Yeah, because thus far, food decks have been pretty jank.
Yeah.
I mean, most part of that is just because foods, as a mechanic in Commander, are just not super powerful because 3 life is just not that much.
Well, this isn't a standard set either. So it's like Modern can play these cards, Commander can play these cards, Pauper gets to play the commons, and I don't know how Legacy and Vintage work. I don't know if they'll be able to play these. Pioneer won't, because Pioneer's only standard sets, right?
Yeah, I believe it's only Premier sets and RTR forward.
So it's like this is for us, like the format we play, and
right.
It's just helping out with food.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm excited. I would like to. I'm always down to see more diverse decks that break the. There's not really a meta in Commander, but kind of break the meta, break what you normally see. So my first one is a Shadow of the Enemy. So it is 3 black, black, black for a sorcery. Exile all creature cards from target player's graveyard, and you may cast spells from among those cards for as long as they remain exiled. And mana, oh, that they kind of worded that a little bit differently, but you can spend mana as though it was mana of any type to cast it.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I understand that their intention is for you to exile other people's graveyards and steal stuff. However, I think the better use for this is just exiling your own graveyard, and then it's basically Yawgmoth's Will. Like, it's obviously it's a 6 mana Yawgmoth's Will, but like that's good.
That's the thing is you can build your deck because it's black. You can be aristocrats. You can throw it in there.
Yeah.
It's mass recursion essentially, just a little slower because you're recasting, and
yeah. Well, you're recasting, and if they die again, they go to the graveyard, not to exile. So you won't be able to recast them again and again. But like, I still think the ability to just play a spell that allows you to cast cards that were in your graveyard and are now in exile, and they just stay there. Like, it's not till end of turn, like Underworld Breach. They just chill in exile, and you can just keep casting them.
Yeah, the thing with this card though, I don't think I'd ever play it just because it costs 6 mana.
Yeah, I'd have to find a specific instance where it would work, but like conceptually, I like it, and I'm sure I could find somewhere, probably like in a self-mill deck.
I think the way I would end up, like over this, I'd probably play Living End or Living Death, just because it brings everything back for 5 mana from the graveyard.
Doesn't that just do creatures though?
This is also only creatures.
It is only creatures. I didn't notice that. I thought it was all cards.
No, that's
I just soured on this a little bit.
No, it's if this was like 3/4 mana for this effect, because it's not giving you a reduction on any of the creatures you have to recast. And for 6 mana, you have stuff like Bolas's Citadel.
I'm kind of bummed out. I like this a lot better when it was all cards.
No, it's not all cards.
All creature cards is actually like significantly worse.
No, and I mean for 3 more mana, you have Rise of the Dark Realms that puts all creatures back from all graveyards onto your field. So I just think
I've changed my mind.
I think this is overcosted. I
don't like this one anymore.
I think if it was 6 mana and then each creature cost up to like 3 less to cast, it would be a lot better.
Yeah, I would just really like it to be all cards.
It'd be really good if it was just all cards.
Yeah,
but currently as it stands, currently as it stands, 1 mana less. You have Living Death and Living End, but one of them suspend, and then you have 2 mana more for Rise of the Dark Realms. You get everything from every graveyard.
Yeah. All right, I'm over it.
Sorry, 3 mana more because it's 6.
Yeah.
Rise of the Dark Realms is 9.
I'm over it. What's your next card?
Oh, I didn't. I'm sorry to hurt you, bud.
No. Listen, no, it's fine. I misread it, and now I'm over it. I don't like that card anymore.
My next card is technically cheating.
It is kind of cheating.
It is the Nazgul. Probably some of my my other favorite. I don't know, dude. I love Lord of the Rings. Like the Nazguls are so cool, though. If it'll pull up here. The Nazgul are the Nazgul. I was saying as if it was plural. This is not plural. It is a singular creature. 2 and a black for a Wraith Knight.
I think Nazgul gets plural to Nazgul.
It does, but this is just a single Nazgul on the card. It is a 1/2 Wraith Knight with Death Touch, and when it ETBs, the ring tempts you. Forget, how does the ring tempt you mechanic work now that I'm trying to think about it?
You get a ring emblem, and you can give the ring emblem to one of your creatures if you don't already control one.
And then it does something when you deal combat damage or something, doesn't it?
Yeah, so it can't be blocked by your ring bearer can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. Um, I know I can't remember what the rest of it is.
Anyway, so I'll throw it up or I'll add something in here. I'll explain it. So when the Nazgul ETBs, it tempts you, and whenever the ring tempts you, you put a 1/1 counter on each wraith you control, and then a deck can have up to 9 cards named Nazgul, and that is what I love. There are 9 different arts of this card for the 9 different, original like ring bearers.
Yeah,
and I wanna make a Nazgul deck.
I mean, like, Wraith Tribal is good, because, like, I don't know any Wraiths off the top of my head.
There are some. There's, like, Street Wraith that was just reprinted. However, the commander I want to use is from the freaking commanders. I think it's from the precons. It is. The Lord of the Nazgul.
Like the Witch King?
Yeah, the Witch King also has a card, but, like, this one is Dimir. And it just gives it gives all your wraiths protection from ring bearers, and then it's a Dimir Spellslinger deck. So I'm trying to decide which one I want to build first, because I really love the Nazgul.
No, you need more decks.
I know. I gotta take. I think I'm gonna take a couple apart to just
He doesn't have enough. He needs another.
I got like 13 with 2 or 3 more being built, but it's fine. But just from a flavor standpoint, I love the Nazgul and their whole story in the Lord of the Rings lore.
Right. Yeah, I do like that they made a unique art for each of the 9. It's pretty cool.
I want to get the cool art for each one though. So like there's like the standard art, and then there's like the showcase art, and I want to get all 9 different showcase arts.
That is actually something that I miss from older cards, is that they don't do they do unique arts, but like they'll have like a normal art and then an extended art. Like back in the day, you had like your Tron lands have a bunch of different arts for each Tron land, and like some of them are significantly more expensive than others. Or like one of my favorite examples is Soldevia Dente has 2 different arts. There's like a male one and a female one, and I kind of wish they do that more, because I like that. It's some additional flavor that costs you nothing. Like as a company to print a little more additional flavor. So I like that they're doing unique art for each of the ring wraiths. I think that's pretty dope. So
I'm just giddy inside right now thinking about it. But go ahead.
So my second card is Reiterate, kind of. So it's Display of Power. It's 1 red for an instant, and this spell can't be copied. And then you can copy any number. Oh,
it's this one.
Any number of target instant or sorcery spells and choose new targets for the copies. Here's the thing. I think this is an instant CDH staple. Because imagine you've got a whole big ol' stack of counter spells, and you just drop a Display of Power, copying all the counter spells, countering all the counter spells. Like it's Red Flusterstorm almost.
I mean, as long as it resolves. I mean, if no one
as long as it resolves. Which I really like. I've always, ever since I discovered how you can abuse them, I've always liked the Fork ripoffs. This is actually a Reiterate ripoff because it costs 1 more mana.
But you also can't copy it by itself.
Yes, which I think is a good thing. Yeah. Because it's not good to just, copy cast Fork and then cast Reiterate and just have an infinite storm count, play Graveshot, win. I don't think that's, useful. I don't think we need another way for people to do that. We already have Fork and Reiterate. Actually, there's even a couple more beyond that where, it, copies the next instant or sorcery that you play. But, even just with the ones that say copy target instant or sorcery, you've got Reiterate and Fork, so you can make an infinite Storm Chain. So I'm glad that they put that text on there so that it doesn't make it too overpowered, but then also copy any number of target instant and sorcery spells, and for 3 mana. You could even just hold priority in your Spellslinger deck and just dump a whole bunch of spells onto the stack and then Display of Power. Like if you're in like a say like a Jeskai like Kaikar deck where you can run Silence or what's the creature that's white and keeps people from casting stuff on your turn?
You have Silence, you have Grand Abolisher, and you have
Grand Abolisher.
Orem's Chant is basically Silence but has a kicker on it.
Yeah. So, you know, you just start your stack with that, and then if it resolves, you just, like, dump your hand onto the field and then follow it up with a display of power. Like, you just generate so much advantage off of it. Like, you can copy, like, extra turn spells and stuff. Yeah, I like it. I like it.
You like it until I copy Expropriate.
No, listen. That's fair. Like, how much mana is Expropriate?
9.
Yeah, so that, for 12 mana, oh, you put the investment in. It's okay. I'm not gonna love it because I don't love Expropriate, but
it's okay.
Like, yes, I like it. I think it's a very good card. I think it's very powerful. I think that we'll legitimately see it in CEDH. I think it will be a really good fit for like mono red decks. Although now that I think of it, I think the only 2 mono red decks I can think of in CEDH are Kiki-Jiki and Godo, and neither of them need this. Or no,
there's Is It ones that can use it. I can't think of any off the top of my head right now.
Not Kefnet. What's the there's a red guy that like adds mana whenever your opponents are dealt damage in your post combat. Neheb.
Oh yeah, Neheb.
I'm pretty sure there are Neheb the Eternal CEDH decks. Would make sense. You can generate tons of mana really quickly. Anyway, I think it would go really well in those. But yeah, that's my second one. I think it's really good. I think it's going to see play. Probably less than I'm anticipating, but I think it'll see play. I'm going to play it anyway.
Well, my last card is another green card. You didn't think I was going to have so many green cards, did you?
I mean, I did, but that's because you told me what cards you put. Anyway.
It is Entish Restoration. 2 and a green, instant. Sack a land, search your library for up to 2 basic lands, put them on the battlefield tapped and shuffle. And if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, instead you search for 3 basics and put them in tapped, and then shuffle. So, at its base, it's a Roiling Regrowth, and you're in green. So a lot of your creatures, like green plays big creatures if you're playing mono green.
Yeah.
Have power 4 or greater. So it's 3 mana, get 3 lands. I think the decks that play this is most of the time 3 mana, get 3 lands.
Yeah, no, most of the time that's what it's going to be. But like even
like, at base, it's a Harrow or a Roiling.
Yeah, when it's bad, it's Roiling Regrowth, which people run. So, yeah. And then like at its best, it's just better than that for like no additional investment. So yeah, power creep, man, it's a hell of a thing.
See, I keep saying this, but I love the Ents, especially in the extended editions. Just because
I do like the Ents.
The Ents are great.
I also do like the just as an honorable mention. What was the name of the card? Hold on, I'm gonna find it here. Oh yeah, the long list of the Ents.
Yeah, the 1 green saga, and it's like name a creature type.
Hilarious. That is an absolutely hilarious flavor card. It's great. It's great. It only costs 1 green. Like it's actually playable in like a Grumgully deck.
They are not orcs.
We have decided
you are not orcs.
Well, that's good.
I love the Ents so much.
I do love the Ents. If something is worth saying, you can take a long time to say it.
Oh man.
So
that's all I have to say about this one. It's just good.
Yeah, it's a fetch spell. Yeah. So my last one, which was actually Merritt's last one until I stole it.
That's fine. I wanted to talk about this one, so I'm glad we got it.
Is There and Back Again. So it is a saga for 3 red. First chapter is up to 1 target creature can't block for as long as you control There and Back Again, and the ring tempts you. It's okay. Second chapter is search your library for a mountain card, put it onto the battlefield and shuffle. It's okay. Third chapter. This is why I'm here.
Yeah.
Create Smog, a legendary 6/6 dragon creature token with flying and haste. And when this creature dies, create 14 treasure token. That's just ridiculous, and I love it.
Well, so here's the cool thing about this card, right? So the first chapter is right? It's okay.
Yeah.
However,
Right.
I think the second chapter is pretty decent, especially for mono red, because it searched for a mountain, not even a basic. Find any card that says mountain on it.
Right.
But the Smog, it's gonna be in like the new Atali kind of decks where you can copy the legendary and then it'll kill itself. You're just going for the ETB trigger, but this one you're going for the death trigger.
Right.
Comes in, you have to sack it, and then boom, 14 treasure tokens. You know, I'll copy it again, 14 treasure tokens, and you can keep it going.
Yeah, it's going in my Feldon deck for sure. Just because, you know, that's all big red mana, and this is big red mana. I definitely like the flavor on this because it's The Hobbit as like a story. I'll be honest, I don't understand entirely the first chapter with one target creature can't block as long as you control there and back again. I don't get what part of the story that's supposed to.
I'd assume it has to do with the like Bilbo having the ring. That would be
it has to be with Gollum because then the ring tempts you. So you know that's the scene.
That's
with
also
Bilbo in the cave. It's
yeah.
Riddles in the Dark.
Yeah.
And then search your library for a mountain. That's the dwarves and Bilbo come up on the lonely mountain, and then create Smog. He breaks out of the mountain. And he goes and fights the lake man. I love it. But I do not understand what the first chapter is quite doing. I understand maybe they just had to put some extra juice on there so people would actually play it, but like I don't understand what that's doing as far as the story goes. I get the ring tempts you. That makes sense.
I wish what they did with this was instead make it flip like the Kamigawa Neon Dynasty sagas to Smog on the other side.
That would be cool.
Because if the Smog token that comes in this set is not cool, and they wasted the opportunity to have like a cool showcase version of this with a cool showcase version on the back, I won't be mad. I'll be disappointed.
That would be cool too, because then you could have like the front side just be either an artifact or a land that's just called the Lonely Mountain, and then you transform it into Smog. Like that would be, I would like that. I like this, but I would have liked that better.
Hire us, Wizards. Again, like we say every time. Just put us in.
Hire us. Our designs are impeccable. And I don't try to break this game like I try to break other games. Not anymore. I used to. I've learned. But yeah, I really like the flavor. This is one where I feel like the flavor and the power are actually like aligned, because a lot of these are either super powerful or the flavor is really good. I'll mention this one just as long as we're here. That I don't care for Gandalf the White.
I have some things about Gandalf in this set. Gandalf is one of the most overpowered characters of all time, and they nerfed him into the freaking ground.
Well, see, here's my problem. So Gandalf the White, the actual Gandalf the White, the legendary mono white one. So it's 3 white for a avatar wizard with flash. And you can cast legendary spells and artifact spells as though they had flash, which I don't know why that's not just historic spells then. Like, why... You did 2 of the 3 historic things, why didn't you just make it historic spells?
Well, especially since the other one is Saga. Like,
yeah, like, it's not like... And mono white Saga, that's gonna break it. Like... and then, if a legendary permanent... or an artifact entering or leaving the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. So it's just Elish Norn. We just did this. It's like very slightly different from Elish Norn because it's only legendary permanents or artifacts. But like, once again, you should have just made it historic spells. Number 2. No, that's actually it. And also, it just has nothing to do with Gandalf. Like, there's no flavor in it at all.
The one I have the biggest problem with is Gandalf the Grey.
Is it a black spell?
No, is it?
What?
No, so, hear me out. Why did we not make him colorless? Why did we not get a colorless wizard as Gandalf the Grey? How cool would that have been?
Did wizards just see, oh, this has the creature type wizard, and wizards are is it?
Yes, because all they added onto it was whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, you choose something on it that hasn't been chosen, and it just does some different stuff.
It's
But like,
garbage.
but
That's
like,
garbage design. What about Gandalf is it? Gandalf
no.
is like Azorius, maybe. But he's not is it?
By that. But like, I kind of really wanted them, if they're doing Gandalf the Grey, to give us like, you know, Orzhov, because black and white kind of make gray, or just give us straight up colorless and give us a gray, like a colorless wizard. And
I think that'd be cool.
I think it would be pretty neat, but
Yeah, that's garbage. I don't know why they did that. That's bad design. Shame.
anyway, yeah, no, they hurt my boy Gandalf in this set. I think the only good
Well,
one,
especially since Gandalf is basically a god.
yeah,
Like,
my favorite one is the Simic one of Gandalf, but it's still like okay.
yeah, because Saruman has some decent stuff.
Sauron and Sauron are super cool. I think
Yeah.
they have some really cool ones.
Although, why is Saruman the white blue? Sir.
Anyway, so if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, all that stuff. However, there is something important and cool that I wanted to talk about. In October this year, the Magic Summit in Salt Lake City is coming back, and if you are a fan or OG of our TikTok, our first TikTok video was made the night we left the first year of the MTG Summit. And so we'll be there again, and hopefully you're going to be there, and we can play some games. And you can beat Kyle, because Kyle's awful at deck building, and you can just destroy him.
I don't think that's fair.
But anyway, this has been the Sylvan Librarians, and we'll see you next time.